What's going on, everyone? This is DarkSynth, and I hope you are all doing very well. If you are looking to play Banana Guard, which I'm sure you are if you clicked on this video, then you came to the right place. I will be going over everything that you need to know in order to do well with Banana Guard. So, as goofy as he may seem as a character, I actually believe he's a strong character in Multiversus. He lacks in twos, but I feel like he can really do some damage in ones. So, if you're mainly a ones player, definitely give Banana Guard a try. He's really good, and I will go over why. So starting off with his buttons, um, side A, which is his triple poking move. You can cancel this at any time into down A or up A. I think, okay, so you can only cancel on the second hit or third hit, but you can go into up A, down A, up B. Yeah, and it kind of lacks range, so you kind of have to be up on your opponent to land it. And so if you're close enough, you can actually cancel into forward B, which is his spear charge. But if you do it from too far away, it's fake and they can dodge out of it. But there is a way that we can still continue our combo after. I'll get into combos later. I'll probably just post some clips of combos and with the notations. I'll just go over his buttons for now, but down A is kind of just more like a it's an armor break first off, as you can tell by the purple effect that comes out of it. So if your opponent likes to do armored moves, you can use this and break them. I don't think you can cancel. Yeah. Wait, okay. Yeah, so it doesn't really go into anything. So after, it's kind of mind games on where they're gonna dodge. But it's a good armor break, and it can cancel from side A. Up A is a good anti-air. It can also be charged. You get pretty good damage. And so you can use it from like side A, and then I don't think he gets anything from it from there. Yeah, so just a good anti-air, and again he can combo into it, especially at higher health. Even at lower health, I believe it connects. I do have the dummy on dodge after hit stun, so some things I test during this video will know if it's real or fake. But off topic. So his air normals, his air side or his air attacks, his air side A is really good, and it does 14 damage alone, which is really good. It's probably one of his best buttons, to be honest. You can just kind of jump and then fall down and then use it if they're on the ground, or if they're up in the air you can chase them with it. Really good button. I advise just kind of abusing this button, to be honest. Yeah, he can't cancel into anything from it, so, and actually he can go into dodge, kinda, but it's better to just kind of follow them and abuse this. Just hit him with it. But next is down or dare down A in the air. This has a really narrow hitbox, as you can tell. Even if you're just slightly off, you'll miss. So you kind of have to be accurate with this move. But it's a really good ledge guard move if they're trying to get up the wall. You can just hit them with the down air. even the cat showed in his video, in his how to improve video, you can just dodge cancel or jump boost if you have meter, but I don't. And then just hit him. And oh yeah, down A is another good ledge guarding tool. I should have went over that. Up A, or up air, up A in the air. I don't know how to the notation for it, but it's another narrow hitbox move. It's double hitting. It's really good. Let's see how much damage it does. It does 12 damage, and he can go into up special or jump cancel, and just kind of chase his opponent down with it and poke him to death with it. So really only use this if your opponent is above you and you're trying to chase them down and KO them. Air neutral A, I don't really recommend. It's a really stubby kick. So again, I just advise using SAIR or side air over this. And plus this does more damage, so yeah, don't ever use this button. Now onto specials. He has this buff. This is his neutral special, and it increases damage by 3 to 4 depending on the move. So if we do a spear charge, it's 16, and if we buff him up, it's 20, so that's an extra 4 damage, and I believe it's only for 1 hit. So try to make it count. Here, let's see. Let's do 2 side charges. Oh, okay. Well, it does scale each time, so 1 less damage. But the best way to get this off, in 2s, if your opponent is kind of just like comboing your enemies, or your opponents, you can just pop this off real quick and then go help your teammate. But in 1s, which is where this character is going to thrive, is after you... So 2 situations. If you knock them away, and they gotta like recover, you can kind of come back to the stage and maybe get it off. That's a little riskier, but the better option is to use it after you ring your opponent out. Because they have like 5 seconds before they'll be able to spawn in and actually do damage to you. So you can run away from their spawn side, pop it off, and then get back into the action. And that's how you really use his buff. His down special is this move, and he has a signature perk that goes with it that applies ice. I'll go over his perks too on what to use. This is okay. I guess it can be a good anti-air move. You can combo into... Can you combo into it? He can go into it or cancel into it from side A, but I don't think it's true. Maybe it can be a good trap after like a side A if they dodge into you. That'd be good. Or if your opponent's comboing them, you can go up and hit them with it. And then if you have the perk, you'll apply ice. I don't really use this move a lot, or I don't find myself using it a lot, even with the perk. So I guess maybe you guys can find a better use for it. And his spear charge. I don't think this gets armor, but it is an armor breaking property move, as you can tell by the purple aura around the crystal. So this can be pretty good against armored characters like Superman, Jason. And you can combo into it from side A on the 3rd hit if you're close enough and if they have low enough health. But yeah, and again, if your opponent or your teammate's kind of comboing them in 2s, you can just hit them with this and get that 16 damage. And it's also a very good, it's kind of a good ledge guarding tool, but it has a lot of recovery. So I actually wouldn't recommend using that as a ledge guard tool. So he doesn't really have any many air specials. He has the spear charge in the air. This is the air version. Really slow, as you can tell. I don't really recommend using it unless you're like ledge guarding or you're just trying to chase your opponent after a side A, but they're like high on health, so let's turn his health up to like 40. So if you need to like chase your opponent down, you can jump. Oh, okay, maybe. If they like to dodge away, that can be a good option. But I just don't advise using this button. Definitely just stick to side A if you're gonna use air buttons. Air down B is his butt slam. It actually has a pretty good area of effect. Like, look at that. Bop. And it does pretty good damage. No way that does 56 damage. Jeez. So if we power him up and then do it, 60. That's pretty wild. It's slow, but it can catch people off guard. If you're like in the air and they're trying to hit you and they miss, you can just bop, hit them, and then you can try to chase them with a up air or a jump cancel or something. And yeah, that's kind of really how to play Banana Guard in a GIF. I guess his game plan would to just be outpoke or try to out-footsie his opponent. Because this is a really good whiff punisher. This can be a good whiff punisher. They whiff. So let's set him to just do regular attack. So you're playing footsies, bop, 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 and it kind of moves Banana Guard forward a little bit. Yeah, it has a really good hitbox on whiff punishing. That's wild. But yeah, and you can even use side A. You see him whiff. Use side A. It's really good. It seems like he's a really good whiff punishing character. So kind of let your opponent make mistakes and take advantage of them. Alright, so for perks for Banana Guard, starting with Signature, I think all three are viable. I haven't tried Iron Temple, as you can tell. I haven't unlocked it. I just see that it takes him a little longer to fully charge it, and I don't know how worth it is, because he already outputs a lot of damage. So, I think Icy Tears, or even going with the 5% damage boost dealt, could be good. So go with either these two, or you can try the Iron Temple. I haven't tried it. I might. But I think these two are definitely worth it. For the first perk, you can go with either Flammable Dock or Snowball Effect. I think with Banana Guard, you kind of just want to max his damage out. He seems like a really big damage dealer. Any of these, I really don't recommend. Maybe Press the Advantage you could use. But I think he's pretty squishy and he can die even below 125, so this might not even be worth it. So I think that's Flammable Dock or the Snowball Effect perks are the best for perk slot 1. For 2, I kind of just use Speed Force Assist for all characters, because the game's kind of slow as is already. So just getting that base movement speed increased slightly helps a little bit, especially for characters like Jason. You could use Last Stand while you have 100 damage. Knocking back enemies applies Weakened. And if you don't know what Weakened does, it just pretty much stacks damage on top of your enemy. So if you apply Weaken to them and they have Weaken, your attacks do more damage. And the more Weaken they have, stack to them, the even more damage you'll do. Collateral damage, this is a trash perk. Stay away from it at all. Airwalker, I haven't used this. I don't really think it's worth it because it overrides your parry and it uses half of your dodge meter. So I don't think that's quite worth it. Too fast to block. Maybe that could be useful. His dash attack is pretty fast, to be honest. So, but he already has down A, which is an armor break. I think this is mainly used for characters that don't have armor breaks. So just go with Speed Force Assist, to be honest. And for the third perk, there's a few perks you can go here. You can go with Pugilist. Pujul, I don't know how to pronounce that. I feel stupid. But again, you can just you can even stack this with the 5% well-rounded damage, and just max him out on damage. I think that would be the best bet with the Speed Force Assist to get that good, base 5% movement speed increase. And Second Wind, I think, could be good. Since you're going to be using his side air a lot, you get two air attacks, 2 dodges, and 2 jumps while you're in the air. So this will refresh all your abilities. So you're kind of be in the air a lot with Banana Guard. So this could be a pretty decent perk for him. Clear the Air. This could also be another perk. As he doesn't really have projectiles himself, and he needs a way to get around projectiles, because he just really has no moves or great movement speed to get around stuff, and that's also another reason why to use Speed Force Assist. But yeah, I think Clear the Air is a must perk on characters that don't have projectiles themselves. Armor Crush, I don't think this is useful. And Armored Killer, hitting an armored enemy will briefly stop them from using armor. I think that could be pretty decent, especially against Superman. Jason. Well, no, Jason, he already has his, his cooldown for his Relentless thing. So, yeah, armored characters, this could definitely be great for. But that's really my Banana Guard guide. If you enjoyed it and you thought this was useful or helpful, consider leaving a like and consider even subscribing for more Multiversus content. This is DarkSense signing out, and I hope you take care.